Hey, what's up guys? It's Nick LaGrange here with the new DJI Air S2. Very excited to have this awesome new drone. There is one problem with it though. It doesn't quite work in ActiveTrack in certain settings. I'm gonna explain why. All right, so let's talk about the problem first. The other day I put this up in the air for the first time, wanted to run through all the different kind of settings that it has, run through the different kind of flight modes that it has. Obviously I was very excited about ActiveTrack, and when I put it up in the air, it didn't quite do what I wanted it to do right off the bat. Couldn't really find any good information on it, so that's why I'm making this video. And let's go ahead and put it in the air and let's show what I'm talking about. Okay, now we got the drone in the air and let's talk about this problem for a second. ActiveTrack allows you to track a subject, either yourself or somebody else, by simply drawing a box around them, hitting the go button, and then it automatically follows you around. So let's try that right here. You see we're in 5.4K at 30 frames a second. I go to draw a box around myself and it gives me an error message saying the frame rate's too high, which it isn't. 30 frames a second is pretty normal, but 5.4K is a very high resolution. Simply put, 5.4K does not work with ActiveTrack. It has to be in 4K resolution or lower. Even further than that, you can't do high frame rates in any of the resolutions, meaning you can't do 48 frames a second or higher. So 48 frames a second, 50, 60 are all out with ActiveTrack. It has to be at least 30 frames a second or lower in any of these resolutions. So if we come over to 4K, we can do 25 frames a second. Come over here, I draw a box around myself, and there you go. You can see it's got me. So again, it has to be 4K resolution or lower, and it cannot be any higher than 30 frames a second when you're trying to do ActiveTrack. Otherwise, it'll give you that error message. It's pretty great when it works though. Turn ActiveTrack on, hit the go button, record yourself, and now you can see it's gonna come with me. Maybe, here we go, yep. Now it's coming with me, and this thing is a great tool. You can turn around and just kind of follow yourself this way. It does it automatically. You don't have to do anything with this, which is great. Obviously, you want this more of an open area like this. It does have obstacle avoidance, which is great. But if you're around a lot of trees or a lot of buildings or something like that, it's not going to be as good. So definitely keep that in mind when you're using ActiveTrack. And again, it just cannot be in 5.4K. If you're going to do any of the other resolutions, it has to be 30 frames a second or lower in order to work. So basically the moral of the story is you can't shoot in 5.4K at all with ActiveTrack. You can do 4K, but it has to be 30 frames or less, and the same goes for 2.7K and 1080. If you're shooting 48 frames a second all the way up to 60, you just simply can't do it with ActiveTrack. It won't work. This is information I couldn't find quickly when I was trying to find it the other day. It may be on the DJI website buried somewhere, maybe in a tutorial buried somewhere, but I couldn't find it. That's why I wanted to make this video, and hopefully if you're going through the same kind of issue right now, you're seeing this video and it's helping you out. So if it did help you out, if you got something out of this, I would absolutely love it if you gave us a thumbs up on this and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be putting out a lot more content going forward here on the Nick LaGrange YouTube channel, and we'll just see you in the next one.